So I tried being a vegan and vegetarian for about 5 days. Well, for 5 days I was a vegan, 5 days I was a vegetarian, and my goal was to ultimately hit 200 grams of protein. Because I heard all the time that getting a lot of protein is a problem, but my 5 day experiment, if you will, proved that it wasn't. It's not that hard. It's about planning and being, pretty much meal prepping, and you'll be perfectly fine. So anyway, my name is Shane. I'm a nutrition coach, personal trainer, and I help busy women simplify nutrition. My goal is to inform women the best that I can so to make informed decisions when it comes to nutrition and their health. All right, so we're gonna watch this video. What if you stop eating meat tomorrow? I'm curious to see if it's like a vegan or vegetarian kind of putting that ideology. Well, I'm fine with. Actually, someone told me, he's a vegetarian that told me this. He said that once it passes your palate, the body doesn't know between protein, the meat protein and plant protein. I don't really think so, but I think there's more to it when it comes to animal meat or animal protein or whatever. There's more stuff to it. B12, so iron, all these different kind of things. But a thing like being a vegan, you have to kind of plan everything out properly to actually get everything that you can with meat. But I think it's definitely possible, of course, with multivitamin supplementation, of course. But anyway, let's get into this.
Let's explore a hypothetical together. There are over 4 times as many livestock as people. Farmed cattle alone weigh nearly 10 times as much as all wild mammals combined. So imagine if a wizard of meatless dining
I wonder if that's in the US. Oh, it says the world, right? Wow, that's interesting. Wow, fun fact.
suddenly appeared, and with one wave of a wand, wiped away all meat from our shelves, along with any desire to eat it. Farm animals destined for food vanish, whisked away to another planet. What happens in the following days, years, and even millennia? Overnight, food-related greenhouse gas emissions drop by about 63%. We no longer get protein and key nutrients from the approximately 70 billion chickens, 1.5 billion pigs, 300 million cattle, and 200 million tons of fish and shellfish processed for consumption each year. To help fill this nutritional gap, our demand for fruits, vegetables, and legumes go up. A diet that most dietitians agree contains all of the nutrients we need for a healthy life. But initially, there aren't enough of these foods to go around. The rise in demand causes produce costs to soar. In regions like Mongolia, where the harsh environment makes it difficult to grow vegetables, a sudden lack of meat leaves people with little to eat. Cultures built around meat lose their foundations. Members of salmon
Okay, so it seems like this is like a hypothetical kind of thing, a what if kind of thing. Okay, well, let's go. I like it. I mean, it's interesting.
eating tribes in the Pacific Northwest of the United States, for example, lose not only sustenance and livelihoods, but an integral component of their religion. Tens of millions of anglers lose work that was already threatened by dwindling fish populations. As the meat industry collapses, many households in developing countries are left scrambling for income that once came from livestock farming. Some meat producers shift to agricultural crops, which leave workers and neighboring communities less susceptible to respiratory diseases associated with livestock production. As crop agriculture expands, prices come down. Ultimately, vegetarianism becomes less expensive than meat eating in most countries. Luckily, we don't need to clear new farmland to grow all this food. Without animals raised for meat, land that has been used to grow feed is now available. All things considered, our new diets require less land and water. Millions of deaths are avoided every year, thanks in part to lower rates of heart disease, cancer, and other conditions associated with red meat consumption. We no longer contract new pathogens from wild animals hunted for food, or novel influenza viruses from farmed pigs, or drug-resistant superbugs that develop in beef cattle.
Because there's definitely more research saying that if you consume meat, but and that's what goes to the idea of balanced diet. You have your protein from meat, hypothetically speaking, and then you have your fiber. If everything is balanced out, most of these problems, like heart disease or whatever, isn't so much of an issue. If you have a balanced diet, like say the American diet is not really that balanced. This is interesting though. Always willing to learn something new. That's another reason why I did that vegan or vegetarian challenge, to learn more recipes and know more about my own body, how my body responds to certain things. But yeah.
Amazonian birds have more forest to fly over. Fewer cheetahs are shot for stalking too close to livestock. Bee, wasp, and butterfly communities thrive as natural areas expand. In turn, insect-pollinated crops produce higher yields. Many ocean species rebound from overfishing. Throughout history, humans in traditionally vegetarian regions have evolved a genetic mutation that helps them more efficiently process fats from plants. So, over thousands of years, our bodies may evolve to make the most of our veggies, or we may lose some adaptations, like the ability to extract iron from meat. Of course, a wizard will not turn our world meatless. Though many individuals are choosing to go vegetarian, globally, meat eating is still on the rise. This trend spells trouble for our climate. Even if we suddenly stopped burning fossil fuels, business as usual food systems paired with a growing population would push global temperatures over 1.5 degrees Celsius by the end of the century. Cattle are the biggest culprit. Beef and dairy production are responsible for over 60% of all food-based emissions, while only providing around 18% of the world's calories. In fact, diets containing modest portions of meats, like chicken, often produce less greenhouse gas than vegetarian diets high in dairy. Reducing beef, cheese, and milk consumption could go a long way towards achieving many of the benefits of a meatless world. No magic required.
Beef is the issue. But beef is the main culprit that's causing a lot of problems and everything. I mean, technically, yeah, heart disease and everything. So if we get rid of beef, or we cut down on beef consumption of beef, man, cattle grazing and everything, we will actually be better off.
So is plant-based meat really better for you and the planet? Find out with this video, or visit ed.ted.com/earthschool.
Yeah, definitely subscribe. I mean, I love TED Talks. I'm interesting to find. I don't agree with everything 100%, of course. I've created my own opinion from different, whatever they say. My mentor always told me, you learn as much as you can, but then formulate your own opinions and own ideas. So definitely this was an interesting video for sure, but I feel like towards the end, it wasn't just pushing, oh, stay away from meat, it's bad for you kind of thing. It educated a what if kind of thing, and which honestly, it's compelling. I like this. It's short and sweet. But anyway, let me know what you ladies think about this. Or, I mean, how much times per week do you consume beef? So anyway, let me know what you ladies think. If there's something you agree with, something you're cautious of, or you're vegetarian or vegan, and this is one of the reasons why you stay away from meat, just let me know. And also let me know if you're into that Beyond Meat stuff, because I think from my experience doing that, it actually bothered me and it actually got me to feel I got heart palpitations pretty much from it. Let me know what your experience was, if you ever had Beyond Meat, Impossible Meat, those kind of things. Let me know how you feel about those things. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. This is Shane. I would love to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you can, please subscribe. And those people that have subscribed already, I really appreciate, truly do. Thanks. Comment below, let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Have a fantastic one.